Hello and welcome to Gunroom.tv and our first look of the brand new Silver Pigeon 1 Field. I'm Callum Long-Collins, Creative Director and co-founder of Gunroom.tv, and this is actually my first video on the channel. I chose for this to be my first video as I'm fairly familiar with the Silver Pigeon, having bought one about 6 or 7 years ago, and I've used it on a fairly regular basis. I personally have been very excited to see the new Silver Pigeon and the changes that they've made, so let's get in and have a closer look. The main differences of this new gun are mainly aesthetic. The most obvious difference is the new engraving. They've moved away from the rolled engraving to a more modern technique, which is laser engraving, and they've also completely changed the design. They've gone for a more floral scroll engraving and putting the Beretta Trident logo in the pride position on the gun. This gun really does scream Beretta. There's either the Trident logo or Beretta on pretty much every single surface. You're definitely not going to mistake this for anything else. The other major change is the new chokes. They've moved to the Optima choke system away from the mobile that traditionally the game guns had. The Optima chokes are going to give you a better pattern and also lightness where it matters there in the barrels at the front end of the gun. We have been told that Beretta are going to be making changes to the Sporter model as well, but some of the differences that you will be able to expect between the Field and the Sporter mainly is the automatic safety. So with the Field model, the safety will reapply every time you open and close the gun. With the Sporter model, it is manual. You'll be able to just flick it off and keep it off. More for clay shooters rather than the game shooters. The other main difference between the Sporter and the Field model is the weight. The Field model is a little bit lighter, and that's mainly due to the thinner rib that they put on it, and also differences in the fore end and the stock. This all helps to make it lighter, to make it easier and more comfortable to carry the Field model while you're out in the field, making sure that your arms don't get too tired. We have taken this new Field model to our local playground and had a few shots with it. It's not typically the environment that you would take a Field model gun, but it certainly gives it a good test nonetheless. It performed really well, even for a field gun. Shot very similar to my old model Silver Pigeon 1 Sporter, and to be honest, in shooting them I couldn't notice much of a difference. The biggest difference for me actually was the fact that this model here is a 30-inch barreled gun, whereas my Sporter is actually a 28. And talking about the specifications, this is going to be available in a variety of different shapes and sizes. You'll be able to get it in 410, 28, 20 and 12 gauge, and you'll also be able to get 26, 28 and 30-inch barrels on it. We've been told that the recommended retail price is going to be £1,815, although as I'm sure many Beretta buyers will know, you should be able to get a good deal out there, and I would expect to most likely pay a little bit less. So overall, it's still the same Silver Pigeon that we all know and love, and that's mainly because they are still using the highly tested and well-known reliable 680 action that has been around for about 30 years now. If you're looking for your first gun and you're looking for a field gun to go out there and control the pigeons, to go out there on game days, this gun is still going to be very well suited. At the end of the day, it's a Beretta and it's a Silver Pigeon. It is not going to let you down. It's going to do its job time and time again. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching this video. We hope you've enjoyed it, and as always, we hope to see you soon.